Shannon, Ainslie here. Just finished doing my morning surf check and it's looking okay. Pretty cold here in Norway. Got my gloves on to stay warm. So yeah. Have you noticed that in surfing, most of the time we are either sitting and waiting for waves or paddling for waves or paddling back after waves. So having said that, paddling is a big part of surfing, and I feel like a lot of people do struggle to paddle the correct way, and there are some common mistakes and common habits that people have in their surfing. So in this tutorial I will point those things out, some basic ways to avoid those common mistakes and habits and how to correct them, and the best and correct way on how to paddle for a wave. So have a look, check it out. And you know, if you don't paddle the correct way, you'll end up missing a lot of waves, and that's not so nice, and you'll spend a lot of that time and energy trying to catch waves the incorrect way, and you'll get frustrated and miss a lot of waves. And we need to get our wave count up in order to progress, and the thing that's going to help us with that the most is paddling the correct way. So check this out. When we paddle for a wave, it's very important to keep your legs together. So you want to close the legs and keep them together. Down is the best position. So keep the legs down, closed and together. So we don't want to lift them up, okay? Often will affect the weight distribution if you lift the legs up and down. The moment you open the legs, that's going to give you more balance and more stability. But it's going to slow you down because your legs are dragging in the water, and that causes extra drag. And also, I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you do catch a wave or try catch a wave with your legs open like this, the moment the waves start breaking, or if there's like a steep section on the wave, it's gonna grab one leg or both legs and throw you off balance quite easily. So it's important to keep the legs together. When we kick with the legs, we're just gonna kick a little bit like this, okay? So you'll see some people move their legs too much. They'll go way too high up and too low down, okay? Or they'll kick from side to side all over the place. So you want to keep the legs a bit more steady. Otherwise you're going to rock the board and put the board off balance and out of stability. And then we're going to paddle with long, deep strokes, okay? So we're going to reach far, dig deep, and pull far. So long, deep strokes, one arm at a time. You'll see every now and then people paddling butterfly. Okay, and if you look at my board right now, it's rocking. So butterfly works on maybe like a mini mile or a longboard, okay? But if you look at the way people usually paddle, freestyle or crawl, which is one arm at a time, is the best way to do it. This keeps the board more steady and more trim, and it helps you to keep your flow as well. Plus, it's the fastest paddling technique or swimming technique. If you look at any professional athlete who swims, the fastest stroke is crawl or freestyle, okay, compared to butterfly. So let's try avoid the butterfly, because we're gonna rock the board too much, and you'll have one strong pull and then a big gap or break in between the next one, okay? So that doesn't keep your flow. So one arm at a time is the best. And then we're gonna paddle with our chest and our chin up as well. So we don't take a nap like this. We don't paddle like this. You need to engage your core, your back muscles, lift your chest and your chin up, and you kind of want to push your hips down against the board, all right? That's the best way to do it. So you don't want to be unengaged like this or like this. You're not going to get anywhere like that, okay? So we don't want to paddle short chicken strokes, and we don't want to paddle with the chin down. So long, deep strokes with the chest and chin up, like that. And then when we paddle for a wave, let's say the wave is kind of slow and soft and you're struggling to catch the wave. That's when you can put your chin and chest down against the board, or a little further down like this, okay? That's gonna help you regain extra speed if you just do this.
the last few strokes, okay? If you want to avoid a nosedive, you can also lift
the chin and the chest up, and you'll keep the nose up. So chin and chest down,
nose goes down, chin and chest up,
nose goes up, okay? So that's the best paddling technique. And then what we also need to do is vision is very important in surfing. You'll see a lot of people when they paddle, they just look straight ahead of them like this. And they have absolutely no idea where the wave is, when the waves get into them, or what the wave's doing. So, to help us with timing and position to catch the wave, and to also know when to stand up, we need to watch the wave over both shoulders while we paddle. So we're gonna look in front of us where we go, but we also need to look over to the left and at the right to see where the wave is, when it's getting to us, and what it's doing. That's gonna help us know whether we need to speed up with our paddling or slow down, because the whole point of paddling is to match our paddling with the wave and to gain or get enough speed to catch the wave in time, all right? So we're gonna watch the wave, and then what that's also gonna help with is it's gonna help us know which way we are gonna surf. Are we gonna surf towards the right or towards the left? When we paddle, we're gonna assess the wave. We need to assess to see which way we wanna surf, because one side's gonna be maybe steeper and the other side a bit flatter and softer. So when you paddle, you're gonna try assess the wave and see which way you wanna go. If the wave looks bigger and steeper on this side, it might close out. If it looks like it's fading or tapering down towards my left, then I want to go towards the left when I surf. Which means the last few paddle strokes, I'm going to look in the direction where I want to go a bit more than the other side. That's going to help me to start reading the wave so that I can surf the wave according to what it offers. So I'm going to paddle, look like this, assess the wave, and I'll notice that it's better to go left, and then I'll keep the board at a 90-degree angle to the wave, and the last few paddle strokes, I'll lean and look more in the direction I want to go, so that can help me with a light angle takeoff when I pop up.